Hello, and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from South Korea that I want to share with you. So, we've had lots of tensions flaring here between North and South Korea recently, and we had an incident that's been widely reported today and yesterday that on Sunday, South Korea fired warning shots as 20 plus North Korean troops entered their border. So, these were like troops that were carrying pickaxes, some of them were carrying construction tools, and some of them were even armed with weapons. And they accidentally crossed into the border between North and South Korea. And South Korea had to fire warning shots. And immediately as they did that, these troops fled. Okay, so the military of South Korea is claiming that this was obviously a mistake. They didn't mean to cross into the border, but this is amid lots of other rising tensions lately. Many of these reports I haven't even been able to cover lately, but there's been lots of tension between North and South Korea, and we'll kind of talk about that as we move forward in this video. But yeah, this is obviously even more escalation between both these countries, and they're obviously very close to going to war right now with each other. And now that these troops crossed into their territory, this is the first time this has happened in a very long time. So lots of escalation and tensions along their border, the demilitarized zone or the 38th parallel. I want to talk some more about this. So we've got some information here on AP. South Korean troops fired warning shots after North Korean soldiers briefly crossed land border. So it says here, North Korean soldiers fired warning shots after North Korean troops briefly violated the tense border earlier this week. South Korea's military said Tuesday as the rivals are embroiled in Cold War-style campaigns like balloon launches and propaganda broadcasts, which we'll kind of talk about that later in this video. Bloodshed and violent confrontations have occasionally occurred at the Korea's heavily fortified border called the Demilitarized Zone, while Sunday's incident happened amid simmering tensions between the two Koreas. Observers say it won't likely develop into another source of animosity, as South Korea believes the North Koreans didn't deliberately commit the border intrusion, and North Korea also didn't return fire. So that's what South Korea is saying here, that this was basically an accident. They mistakenly crossed over the border, and North Korea did not return fire after South Korea started to fire warning shots. So it happened around 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. Some North Korean soldiers who were engaged in unspecified work on the northern side of the border crossed the military demarcation line that bisects the two countries, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said. Those North Korean soldiers carrying construction tools, some of them armed, immediately returned to the territory after South Korea's military fired warning shots and issued warning broadcasts, the Joint Chief of Staff said. It said North Korea had not conducted any other suspicious activities. South Korea's military has assessed that the North Korean soldiers didn't appear to have intentionally crossed the border because the site is a wooded area and MDL signs that there weren't clearly visible, Joint Chief of Staff spokesperson Lee Sung-jun told the reporters. So yeah, apparently there wasn't even good signage here in this area to let the North Koreans know that they were crossing into their territory or anything like that. So what they're saying here is that this was a mistake, again, by the North Korean troops, that they did not deliberately intend to do this, that this was an accident. So Lee gave no further details, but South Korean media reports said that about 20 to 30 North Korean soldiers had entered South Korean territory about 50 meters or 165 feet after they likely lost their way. The report said most of the North Korean soldiers were carrying pickaxes and other construction tools. The 248 kilometer, 155 mile long, or 4 kilometer, 2.5 mile wide DMZ is the world's most heavily armed border. An estimated 2 million mines are peppered inside and near the border, which is also guarded by barbed wire fences, tank traps, and combat troops on both sides. It's a legacy of the 1950 to 53 Korean War, which ended with an armistice, not a peace treaty. So, yeah, this was obviously some sort of mistake, according to the South Korean military, and they didn't mean to cross over, and obviously they were carrying construction tools and pickaxes and things like that, so that would make me think that this wouldn't be a deliberate act, but who knows? Maybe North Korea instructed these soldiers to do this to see how South Korea would respond, because there's been lots of tension between these two countries lately, and we're going to kind of talk about some of those things that are happening. Here's one of them right here. So this has been happening for well over a week now. North Korea sends another wave of trash balloons into South Korea. So this just occurred just 2 days ago, where they're apparently sending another wave of trash balloons, but this has been going on for well over a week now. there's been like 1,400 or 1,500 balloons so far that have been flown into South Korea. Here's a picture of one right here. And apparently there's like trash, and like some of these have cow manure in them. And we don't really know exactly why they're doing this. Very kind of mysterious, but at the same time, it's showing their dislike for South Korea. This is obviously some type of like psychological propaganda or campaign to to irritate South Korea and maybe even provoke them. Okay, we've been seeing North Korea doing a lot of this lately, and there's been lots of response here from South Korea lately as well. They've been doing certain things also, like this right here: Seoul to suspend inter-Korean military pact over North Korea trash balloons. And it says right here, proposal would enable military drills and propaganda broadcasts near their border. So they suspended this military pact, and this even happened a little while ago too, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, towards the beginning of this year. South Korea suspended another military pact with North Korea as well, around the time where there was a bunch of mortars that were being fired from North Korea over to an island. I can't remember the name of the island, but there was a lot of tension between that region as well, which is contested right now between North and South Korea. But South Korea kind of claims it as their region. So yeah, we're seeing South Korea do this again right now, removing another military pact with North Korea over these trash balloons. That was their way of retaliating here, was by doing that. And then also, finally, what I wanted to show you as well is this article right here. This is on Reuters. It says psychological warfare and K-pop, South Korea to blast loudspeakers at North Korea. So this just came out 2 days ago as well. So what South Korea is doing also is they're setting up these loudspeakers all over the border of North and South Korea, and they're aiming them towards North Korea, and they're blasting like K-pop music and all kinds of like upbeat music to spread, again, more propaganda campaign into North Korea to upset the North Koreans and send a message to the military there and to the citizens. And apparently also this could be a tactic to encourage more people to try to defect and try to flee North Korea and come to the South, which would be freedom for them, right? For the people that don't want to stay in North Korea anymore. So again, to me, what this is just more tension and more escalation between these two countries. And they're obviously not very happy with each other, and we're continuing to see this. So South Korea has been setting up more and more of these loudspeakers, and I'm assuming they used to do this before. I think they did this once or twice in the past, and they're starting to do this again. So, what we're really seeing here is just crazy tension between both these countries, and they're starting to do psychological warfare on each other. And this is getting closer and closer to an inevitable conflict. Hopefully that never happens over here, but I'd say these two countries are very, very close to going to war with each other. We even had reports of North Korea firing ballistic missiles from their territory off the coast of South Korea as well. So, it's getting crazy over here, and that's why I wanted to share this information with you. And we got very close on Sunday to a major altercation between these two countries. Thankfully, nobody was hit, and these were just warning shots that were fired. But again, it looks like this was some sort of a mistake from the North Koreans when they accidentally walked into the territory of South Korea. So let me know what you think down below this story. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.